Political tensions between the U.S. and China now playing out in next year's Winter Olympics in Beijing. U.S. President Joe Biden said for weeks he was considering a diplomatic boycott of the Games over China's human rights record, particularly what Washington says is genocide against Uyghur Muslims in Xinjiang province.
The Biden administration will not send any diplomatic or official representation to the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics and Paralympic Games, given the PRC's ongoing genocide and crimes against humanity in Xinjiang and other human rights abuses. The athletes on Team USA have our full support. We will be behind them 100% as we cheer them on from home.
China is accused of detaining more than 1 million Uyghur Muslims and other minorities in camps, where forced labor and sterilization of women are allegedly common. Beijing denies this. Before the boycott was announced, it warned of countermeasures, but also talked down any likely impact from the U.S. move.
Those politicians who clamour for a boycott for political self-interest are just showing off and hyping things up. Nobody cares whether they come or not, and it will have no influence on Beijing's success in hosting the Winter Olympics.
The boycott is moving forward despite recent efforts to stabilize ties, including last month's video meeting between Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping.
I think what we're seeing now is both the United States and China testing the waters and going back and forth on politics, and the Olympics become a platform or a proxy for engaging in political verbal battles. Let's just hope it stays at verbal. We're entering a perilous moment, and the Olympics are sort of amping up the tension between the two countries in ways that are much bigger than the Olympics.
The U.S. also applauded the Women's Tennis Association for suspending all tournaments in China over concerns for the safety of Chinese tennis star Peng Shuai. With the Olympics coming to the U.S. in 2028, there are now questions about how China may respond both in the short and long term. Lopez, Hoda-Yan, Al Jazeera.